Hey, it's Blake. So behind me is a large avocado tree from seed. It's about 2 to 3 years old almost, and I made a structure in here, and I put a bag frost cloth around it. Also, I put lights around it as well, and wanted to show everyone and see how it's doing. I also have a coconut tree, coconut palm in a container with inside. I wanted to see how if it stayed warm enough in there. And also I have a grafted mango tree that I got from down south from Marjorie's family's tree that they grew from seed. And we called it Anna because that's my girlfriend's mom's name. It's good fruit, real dark orange. Has a little bit of stringiness in it, but real sweet, and has some sourness to it. Let's go up under here and check it out. And look, coconut's still alive, didn't even die. It has a little bit of burntness, but it's still kicking. Look at the mango that I grafted. Let's go up under here. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. And look, I grafted it, and it's still about a month ago I looked and it had new leaves, and look, the leaves have already hardened in here. Look at that. So this does really work if you're able to cover the whole structure. And in this area I've been putting a lot of mulch down every year, so that's probably putting off heat. So this is that mango. So when on cooler nights I put these lights on, and they do put off heat as long as the wind's not blowing. And with this structure, it's bound to not let any wind in. There's the coconut. Now this one was mixed with the yellow coconut and the green one, so it might have some sort of more cold hardiness to it. I have my other one in the other place, and it pretty much died. So here's the avocado. If I can lean up. You see right here, I grafted this cold hardy, I think it was Lila, to it. It's doing fine, and not much discoloration to this one. So it actually stayed warmer in here, more humid. There you have it. So if you have no wind blowing blowing the heat out, things are gonna be fine for you. Look at that. Still kicking. There you have it. There's the proof right there. And also this area is under some trees. Here's the Fantastic. It's doing pretty good. Got a little bit of burn, but not much. They can really handle these cold weather. I end up tilling in this area to loosen the soil. It was so compacted I didn't realize how bad it was through here. But I put it around the fig trees. They like it. Figs are doing good. They got burnt a little bit. The tips, look, it was so cold out here, I believe it got under 20, and it killed the tips of the figs. And messed up a lot of the plants in this greenhouse. I eventually just put a plastic over top of it. I was just seeing if I could get away with it. But the frost cloth I used was a thinner material, and the cold was just sinking in, and I have so much extension cords out here, it was just cutting the power off when I did try to put a heat source in here. So it was a learned a lot. Let's see, let's go look in here. But yeah, I thought I was gonna lose more than I thought I was going to. I thought I was gonna lose a lot, but I didn't lose as much as I thought I did. Some stuff more likely to come back, but this staying warmer in here. I only did like half, and I didn't really secure it that well just to get me through these next few months. and I'll redo the structure. For right now, I'm just gonna accept it what it is. It is what it is, you know. Can't get upset about it. I mean, I knew better. Let's look. Really should have another beam going across, but I just put this here real quick so I could have the plastic here just to hold the middle. You really should have another beam going on the side and side to kind of hold this up. And these pipes are too skinny anyway. But they're working, believe it or not. It's holding up. It's doing what I kind of wanted it to do. The Atamoy I had, it's seen better days. And that's crazy, it's pushing back out again. I thought I'd lost it. It's alive. See, that just shows you. I thought it was dead, but it's pushing out right here. I don't see anywhere else it's pushing. Oh, it's pushing out in that corner right there too. Wow. Might even take... That's crazy. It's alive. Oh, there is the buds. They're inside here. See? That's why you gotta not give up on anything. So this Atamoy, I think it was a Lisa. So here's the other coconut. This was a different type. And it looks dead, but I'm not gonna give up on it yet. This was a Chimbajack, I think. It's a jackfruit mixed with a Chimpedak, I think. And I had transplanted and it went in shock, and then it went through some cold, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna lose it. It's still alive. Isn't that crazy? Yes, it's crazy. And here is some, now check this out. This just shows you a lot about a species of plant, but they'll have different cold hardiness to it. So this is the mango from Marjorie's family's tree. See? It's fine, healthy green. Look, this was a Kent one. Things looks dead. You may think, oh, because it was smaller or bigger. I think there's cold hardiness to mangoes. And I think this is a type of Indian type, because it does a lot of multi mangoes that push up. That's the one I grafted over there from the same tree, and it's still growing. I know. Here's another one. So I'm very, very curious about them. And this right here is the cinnamon apple. It's in the Asope family. In the same family of I believe mamés and stuff. I could be wrong, but you know, Asope means soft fruit. But this one, believe it or not, actually is growing pretty well. And when it had that really cold night, just the tips burned. I could not believe it. I was like, wow, they must live in a somewhat of cooler environment. That's just how you learn. And in here, just by putting the plastic up, it's about 20 degrees warmer in here. I'm sweating a little bit. And outside is about 65. So it feels about 70 something to 80. Here's the GAC. And it is, they said it was all tropical, you know, super tropical and stuff. But look, this thing has died back and shot back up with no issues. So you hear these people say that, you need to just try to grow it yourself and see. Look, these plants are surprising me. Very surprised about a lot of them. Now, remember how I talked about the Kerry starfruit tree? Out of all the other ones, the other ones died back to at least down to here or halfway. But the Kerry, she's still holding on. This baby's still holding on. She's pushing out new little leaves. Up here is a little damaged. It's still pushing out, but here it got damaged, but it's Carry. I say everyone buy carries. They seem to be more cold hardier. See, these got beat up. They're coming back. This egg fruit, it did not do good, and I'm seeing that in different egg fruits there's cold hardiness to it. Now I'm gonna leave it alone. It might shoot back up from the ground. We're gonna find out. This one came from the fruit and spice part, from a tasty one. This is that elephant ear or monkey ear seed pod, or hang on, it starts with a G. I almost said it, then I think I tongue twist myself. You know the name of it. I've been growing them out. They're actually really cold hardy. The one outside, it just lost its leaf and the trunk's still there alive, and I just could not believe it. So they have a cold hardiness to them. This is one of them yellow guavas, and it's coming back. On the super cold nights, I just put a little pot over it. And some of these other guavas. This is one from over in Tally that we were growing in the container. I did an air layer on, and it's coming back. These Ceylon cherries, they do pretty good here in under 20. And these strawberry guavas, these Catleys, they do super good. Now when you have tons of wind involved, and then you're looking for some trouble. Oh yeah, and about these two, they also create their own nitrogen, so that's why I'm trying to learn about them. And trying to think. I bought these date palms. I didn't actually buy the palms. I bought the seeds of them. They're pretty cold hardy. Right here. I even left some outside and they didn't even die. So I'm curious about them. Here's some white sapote from David down south, or South Florida, and they're pretty cold hardy. I didn't have any issues in the greenhouse because I was able to control the wind outside. Wind hit a lot of the plants and messed them up. Here I planted a lot of. Here I planted, not spit, different egg fruit seeds and black sapote from my buddy, from his tree. His delicious fruits. And I think I had a mouse grabbing them and eating them. Everything wants a piece of. I guess it's selecting the best of the best. Here's one that's shot up. Maybe the mice won't get it. The fungus gnats are kind of bad in here. I'm trying to put sticky traps. I really should put like a little, some type of screening over it. We'll see. I can't believe this was pushing out. It lived. I know it had some cold hardiness to it, but I actually left it outside unprotected when it was up in the 20s. And I hurried and tried to put this together. And it was worth it. I don't know. Look at everything. It's coming back. This one got beat up. I can't remember the name. Let's look at this right here. Here's Grumichama, and this thing's super cold hardy. No discoloration. This came from John. He took a cutting off of his large one. I can't wait for it to make flowers. That'd be cool if that was flower buds. I'm sure that's just leaves. Here's some more Cattleya guavas, the strawberry. Look, these Mamés are pretty tough. They held on. That one about died. These held on. So in the Mamés, there's different cold tolerance within the different trees. So I got to label which one did the best. And this one actually grew through another pot, so I got to figure that out. It's in a double pot. Here's the other Carabola that didn't do that great. Fine tongue. So this one, I would just assume that it has it's more tropical. I mean, I'm gonna still grow it out, but it died from way up here, and I cut it back, but then I only see a sprout right here, and we'll see what else pops up. I think in here even got destroyed from the wind, but there's definitely a sprout here and up in here on the small branch, but at least it's above the graft. The graft's right here, so that's still good. I can regrow it, but we'll just have to grow it in the greenhouse. I can't take a chance here anymore. There's a few black spuddies popping up. Doing good. See, there's some more of them. Date palms. Oh, that tasted so good. The fruit. It's like yellow date. Here's another gack. Here's my Anona, one of them. And I had some that died to the ground, and then some that actually completely died. This one actually was pretty cold hardy. So with that said, I'll probably just actually grow that out and not graft it, just because it was able to withstand the cool temps. Now this one came from the fruit and spice park. I nearly lost it, but it still seems to be alive. The top's dead, and they'll start growing back. But this one tasted really good, and this one also tasted just as good. Here's some more mamey that was pretty cold hardy. These are just cherimoya, the graft, and I'm catching them fungus gnats. Irritating, really irritating. So this is a good time to start grafting your cherimoya and stuff. I need to get to it. So look, here's where a little mouse came in here and thought it was a good idea to chew on my I can't even talk right now. They thought it was a good idea to chew on the pineapple that I just planted. I mean, I'd nod against the mice. They feed the owls out here, and this is out in the woods, so you can't just try to eliminate everything. It's because they're coming in from this side. I don't really have it protected that much. I'm not trying to kill everything. Here I did a cutting from a weeping willow tree just to see how it would do, and it does pretty good from cutting. And here's an elderberry. Just want to see how it would do. I just stuck them in the ground. Here's a lychee that I planted or grew from seed, and it's done pretty good through cold weather. So I'm gonna grow it out and see what it turns out to be. So I heard it from John. He was telling me that within like 100 fruits of a lychee, one will be real delicious. But you have more luck with the longans being real delicious from seed. Why not try it out? See what it does. And oh, here's another egg fruit that did pretty good. Yep, I'm happy with everything. This was a Barbados cherry. It got really hit. Don't know if it's gonna come back. Usually this means it probably died. The way it looks dead to me. One way to tell is come down where the trunk is here. Oh, it's still alive. Cool. This one's still alive. But if you know for a fact that that limb's dead, you just kind of scrape at it a little bit. This ain't gonna hurt the tree. It'll grow back, and you'll see that the color of it, and also the trunk will usually be discolored, and this is not discolored. I'm amazed how tough it was. This is the out of the 5 I had of the giant milkweed, out of 2 I had showed more cold hardiness to it. The other ones died, and then luckily I gave one to my friend as a backup. I wanted him to have one. And this guava behind it actually is coming back. That is crazy. And it really got hit. And let me tell you, these sapodillas, or they call them in Spanish níspero, they're pretty tough too. Look how cold hardy that is. And I left it out and about, and I finally brought it in. So yeah. Here's a carrot tree. They're invasive down south. I left one out and it's pretty cold hardy. And they call them the carrot tree from Australia. They got pretty wood too. Here's that type of plant that tastes like cilantro. They call it cilantro or something. But it's not a true cilantro, it just tastes like it. David gave that to me. I brought out some of the lemongrass and different savanna grass from seed. Alright, just hope you enjoyed looking at this. This is just half of what I got growing, you know. But you know, the ones in the other greenhouse, they did a lot better because they were in a smaller greenhouse, and also that greenhouse had a heat source and it had plastic over top of it. But other than that, I'm still happy what happened. I kept them alive. They didn't all die. If I didn't have anything out here, they would be dead. So it still worked for me, and I'm happy. Here's the Kohala Longan. This one was more cold hardy than the BK one I had. The BK one pretty much died to the ground, but the Kohala held its ground, and it's just got a few burns on it. And I'm wondering if this one's also a Kohala that I got down south. They sold it to me as a lychee, and I didn't know the difference at the time. And I realized they had different leaf pattern than a lychee. And this definitely is a longan, but it's cold hardy. It was pretty tough. It didn't lose much at all, much leaves. So I'm impressed. Thank you for everything. Alright, we'll catch you later. Talk to you soon.